Here we are with the first Friday morning live. And of course, here we are with the first Friday morning live and not without challenges. I cannot get the Zoom to work this morning. I have to see what's going on, but let's see if there's any early birds. Friday morning, bright early morning for us in North America. Depending where you are, would be on the planet, different time zones. But for us, it's in the morning, 8:01 a.m. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with everything, but well, it looks like we're heading into some rain. It's rained last night and maybe some more rain. Renato, good morning. Lindsay, good morning. We got some early birds for, well, you guys are, well, Renato's in a different time zone. I don't know where you are, Lindsay, but it's first time doing it in the morning. It's the only thing we can be certain of is change. And master fasting will shatter all your belief systems because there's nothing but change. When you start master fasting, everything changes. Your way you look at everything, your perspective. Sydney, you're in Sydney. Wow, 10 p.m. Yeah, it's not too late. So all your perspectives change in every which way. 1 p.m. for Renato. You're in Portugal, I think it was. A few hours ahead. I've been falling off fasting. I'm having to get back on track again. Yeah, it happens, Lindsay. Life happens, right? For all of us. And this is why the only thing we can guarantee is change. Because things are being thrown at us left, right, and center. This is just life. And it's how we respond to these things that are thrown to us through our emotional energy that brings forth the material physicality. So we have to be prudent in all things we do. And sometimes we're going to fall off. We're going to fall off and we're going to go through some experiences that are not pleasant, right? And we pick ourselves up and we move on. And we learn from, hopefully we learn from the things that we experienced, you know, because this is what it's all about. Sometimes we're going to have to, beat ourselves up. Not good indeed. Yeah, we know it's not good. We've all been through this, so just take it one day at a time. Be prudent. Be prudent in all things we do. Ask yourself. This is what I do to myself. Get up in the morning. If I'm not crisp, wide awake, full of energy, ready to go, and I have something because of what I've decided to eat, then I'm gonna be feeling my joints. I'm gonna go, do I want to feel like this again? So this is the things I go within my mind. I ask myself all these kinds of questions, and then we got to make the decision if that's the way we want to continue or not. Sometimes the monkey mind will come in and make all the excuses. It's just, it'll go away, you know what I mean, blah, 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 and all kinds of stuff. The monkey mind comes up with all kinds of nonsense, and it continues. Been going through emotional ups and downs with one of my daughters. There you go. Emotion, seed of all. So, just This is, it happens to all of us. Just, look at everything in your life, look at where you came from, and be focused on where you want to go. It's challenging, but it's part of life. Renato, love and forgive, embrace change. Exactly. Not going to beat myself up though. No reason to beat yourself up. Just learn from the experiences, because that's all we have. We have the experiences that we can remember ourselves by, and it's part of who we are. All the experiences make up who we are, and it just is what it is, right? The emotions. If we look back at our whole life, look at all the times we've made some major changes in our lives, we will see there's always major emotional experiences that triggered those changes. So we embrace them, we jump for joy because we've learned from them, and then we focus on where we want to go. We always focus on where we want to go. We can only live in the now space of time continuum. This is all we have, now space. Tomorrow will never come because tomorrow will always be today, right now. Tomorrow will always be right now, now space. And we embrace this now space, but we focus on creating our now spaces from moment to moment, because the illusion of time continues to move. And that now space is always there. We're always within that now space. So how do we want to live in this now space? So we focus on creating the now space we want through daily decisions and actions. Lindsay, it's good to listen to you as it helps me to reset. Well, this is what we're here for. It's over 9.5 years we've been doing this, and few people, a few of the few will actually live a fasting lifestyle. It's 35 plus years been doing this. People come and go. People lie to themselves. People lie to us. People lie to everybody. This is mankind. It's just the way it is. We are in a very interesting time frame continuum experience on this planet right now, with everything that's happened, especially the last 4 years. It's just been crazy and continued to happen. So to have people that have similar goals in life, how they want to be full of energy, pain-free, no sickness, no disease, a body that's flexible and resilient. You can endure physical activities without getting exhausted. Waking up fresh, full of energy in the morning, eyes crisp, clear, nasal passage crisp, clear. If these are the things we want, we know how to do it. We know how to do it. So the choice is always yours, as we say. We look in the mirror, the choice is always yours. Always look in the mirror and tell yourself, the choice is always yours. It's not what anybody else decides for us. And the only time that happens when other people are deciding for us is because we allow it. So yes, we're going to go through emotional things, and yes, sometimes we're going to allow different things to happen, but get up, dust ourselves off, and start anew. Rather unclean the caca from the experiences we gather. We're always collecting obstructions, physical, mental, emotional obstructions. These are what we call the caca that we release by master fasting. Master fasting does release all these levels of caca, and by embracing, as we're releasing them and jumping for joy, we come to the realization that, okay, we're ready to let these things go. Is it going to be forever? Nothing's forever, right? The only thing we can guarantee is change. So for that time continuum in that now space, we can let these things go and move on. Just move on. But the art of subtraction, it's all about releasing. It never was and never will be about addition. It never was and never will be about deficiencies. It's always has been about releasing, because this is the planet of accumulation, continual accumulation. Just think about the air we breathe. Never mind in the past, but right now, in this now space, around the planet, there are particulates in the air that are not natural. It's absolutely bombarded with particulates. Some areas worse than others, but the whole planet is affected. So we're continuously breathing in these unnatural particulates, right? From cars, planes, industry, spraying, etc., etc. That's continuously having movement in the atmosphere, right, in the air. And just think about a few years ago with the lockdowns, everything stopped, and the air was so clean, and animals started coming out from that we didn't see before, and so on. And the waters were getting clean because everything stopped. And the planet is always working on subtraction, you know, and recycling and regeneration. So we're breathing in this stuff, and we're accumulating. Even if we're not eating, we're accumulating. And we're accumulating through emotional experiences. Those are the biggies, which manifest in the physicality. So we need a vent, a way to move out all these obstructions. And we put them all in the category of obstructions, whether it's physical, mental, emotional. We put them all in the category of obstructions. Doesn't matter if it's physical, mental, emotional. It's obstructions. How do we release them? Go within, meditate, prayer, fast, and move them out. That's all we can do. Continuously. We need to continuously have a vent. Because if we don't, we're accumulating. And those accumulations become major obstructions eventually, and that's the causes of all the pain, misery, pain, suffering, diseases in this realm. So why not focus on subtraction? Because everything else out there is about deficiencies and addition. You're deficient, you're missing, blah blah blah. Everything. There's nothing out there that's not about addition. You know, in Master Fasting, we really emphasize, since day one we started sharing about releasing subtraction, the art of subtraction. And that's all we got to focus on, releasing all that caca. Because the prophets did not come onto this planet to share and teach us about fasting for no reason. You know, fasting first and foremost is a spiritual experience, and people that are not living a spiritual life choose not to live a spiritual life for whatever reason. They will, you know, not stick around in a fasting lifestyle experience. We just see it. I've been doing this 35 years, and if you don't have God in your life, what do you have? Put God first, the divine creator. Put God first, and everything falls into place, because He's your master designer, master creator. That's where we come from. And the way to connect to that source, that energy, that plaf, the plasma love always flowing, the way we connect to that is how? Fasting. That's what the prophets have taught us. Quiet time, close our eyes, and connect. Our vision expands exponentially through fasting. Our comprehension and understanding, expands exponentially. The more we fast, the more we can see. And sometimes, I wonder, there is so much beauty on this planet, but so much ugly and evil that, sometimes, especially the last 4 years, we're saying, how can mankind allow all this evil to take over? Accept and support evil. It's just, I don't have the answer for that, but path of least resistance. What seems to be the path of least resistance is to go with the flow. When you got a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of sheep moving in one direction, and you're in the middle of all that, it's very, very difficult to turn around and go the other way. Very difficult. So we have to make the choice and be ready to accept those choices and stay focused on those choices to continue our path to move in the opposite direction of everybody else. And that's not easy. It's simple, but not easy. The pattern of perfection. Yeah, there's no perfection, but there's the quest to move into the direction of perfecting ourselves. It's a continual thing. We'll never, ever be a perfect being in this planet. But we can focus on moving in the direction of becoming perfection, to a perfection state. Never happens in here. When we leave this physical body, will we be in that state? Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember those times, but when we get there, we will see. So the state of perfection here doesn't exist. There's nothing. The only thing that's perfect here is the function and design of everything the divine creator created. Example, the planet Earth. It's always moving in the direction of balance. It cannot do anything else. It cannot. That's perfection. So this is what mankind is doing to the planet: destruction and this and that, and pollution, and blowing things up with crazy, radiation and this and that. The planet is chugging along. Okay, I got to do more work here. Oh, I got to do more work here. Oh, I got to do, and it's continuously. So when it had that break, 4 years ago from the lockdown, man, oh man, that was a wonderful, beautiful experience for all of us who had eyes to see and take the time to look at what was happening. So, our physical body is no different. No different. The physical body is always trying to move in the direction of balance. What's in the way? Our monkey mind. our monkey mind will always get in the way and obstruct the automation of the physicality moving in the direction of balance. It will obstruct it from it going in that direction. And that's why we want to release those obstructions. It's that simple. So decide. Choose one of the MFS levels. And go. You know, sometimes, you know, Lindsay, for somebody as yourself who's been master fasting for a while, if you're emotionally ready, sometimes the best thing is what? Level 7. Just jump into a level 7 for 30, 40 days. And in that time, when you're going to be feeling better than ever, because that's what happens when you're on level 7. We feel like we're invincible. And that's how people get in trouble. You know, start making notes and reflect and focus on the lifestyle you want to live. And make a plan for, you know, what level you want to live and love once you've come out of those 30 or 40 days of level 7. You know, and as you come out of that, go down to level 6. Eating 1 day a week, see how that goes. Because, you know, when we put food in our mouth, that's when the cuckoo-ness starts. So we have to really be clear. Really be clear. Because somebody who has no experience in fasting, it can take them completely over. And even some of us who have a lot of experience, we don't know what life brings us, and sometimes we're in an emotional, challenging state, and it can throw us off. So, you know, yeah, see, there you go. I need to do a 30. That's, I think you started with 30 day, 40 day, I can't remember. But that resets everything. And it really brings clarity to, why was I eating all that stuff when I can feel like this? You know, when you're in the middle of 30 days, for example, and you're feeling amazing, you're full of energy, and, you know, beautiful, crisp mind, and vision and hearing, and senses are opened up, and your feelings, all your senses, you know, completely awakened. And we ask ourselves, you know, why was I doing all that? You know, even though with all this emotional challenge stuff and everything. And maybe your daughter would want to join you for, you know, a week or two to see. I don't know. It's very difficult for anybody to convince anybody else, but most people that come to Master Fast, they have a major thing that they want to get rid of. A disease, a major pain, whatever, sickness for so many years, bedridden. You know, that's the majority of people. They have stuff that they want to get rid of. And in their minds, you know, I'll do this and everything will be fine, and then they go back to their old ways. But we never, ever, ever said anything like that in the Mass Fast realm. We always talked about the lifestyle. Always, since day one. Go look at all the old videos. You'll never hear me say this is you're healed. You don't have to worry about it no more. No. There's people out there, I know, that teach this stuff. You know, once you're healed, it's healed. It's nonsense. The physicality has memory. The mental and emotional has memory. And it's so easy to fall back and trigger those memories and manifest those memories back to our now space. So we need to be prudent at all times and be careful in all the choices we make. I remember after 45 days in level 7 was amazing. Yeah, we all know what it feels like, that those who have done it. Your daughter won't do it. Unfortunately, yeah. Well, we can only show by example, right? You know, and I'll show my example. I remember my son did it 2 weeks, many, many years ago. And that's it, done with fasting. And every time, they have a challenge with their health, what do I need to do? You know what you need to do. You don't want to do it. The answer is always the same. Lindsay, yep, I was symptom free for a good year. Now I've slid. I'll get back on track. The choice is always yours. Look in the mirror. The choice is always yours. Always it. And nobody else can decide. So, that's what I would suggest. Somebody who's been doing it for a while. We don't suggest level 7 for newbies anymore. Somebody wants to do a week or two. I'd rather people starting off on my low levels. Even if it's level 6, eating once a week for 30, 40 days and see how that goes. See how the transition from fasting to eating goes, over and over. Because, the dry fasting schedules we maintain, we're fasting and eating, right? So dry fasting will be out the window if you start eating obstructive. You're just not going to be able to dry fast. When the GI tract is full of caca, then the mental and emotions full of caca. Dry fasting will not be pleasant and or successful. It's going to be challenging. The best fasts are with a clean GI tract. That's why we feel great on long level 7s of massive fasting, because we're purging out this plasma vacuum tube, which starts at the mouth and ends at the anus. That plasma vacuum tube, if it has any accumulated obstructions, interfere with the field reactions of the divine creator and its creations, nature, animals, trees, other humans, etc., or planets. Those fields, we cannot escape interacting with all these fields of plaf. These are all fields of plaf. Plasma love always flowing from the divine creator. These fields, we cannot stop interacting with them. So when we put obstructions in our plasma vacuum tube, then there's interference from these fields. And the outcome is more obstructions, more pain, misery, and suffering. When it's clear, all the pain, misery, and suffering dissipates and disappears. We've experienced it. We know what it is. So the only thing that gets in the way is the monkey mind, and we deny it. Even though we've experienced it, we deny it again, because the monkey mind we allow the monkey mind to take over. You don't need to fast all the time. Fasting's overrated. Blah 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 blah. My body's deficient. I need vitamins, minerals, amino acids. I need fats. Blah 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 blah. Bull crap, bull crap, bull crap, bull crap. So we delete on our keyboard. Just keep hitting delete every time you hear that nonsense that we've been programmed to believe. We just continuously hitting delete, 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 delete. Do it in your mind. Physically see your finger hitting the delete button when you hear any of that stuff coming from our monkey mind. It works. And also pen to paper. You can write that down. All that monkey mind is telling us. And then go outside, burn it, recycle it back to Mother Earth, recycle it. We got to do these things if we want change. Change towards balance. because the only thing we guarantee is change. Doesn't mean we're going to change towards balance if we're eating if we're living an obstructive lifestyle. I disbelieve all idea tied to this. Yeah, I know. Well, Renato, we can believe anything we want, right? Emotions, seed of all. Emotions create the physicality. It doesn't matter what we believe. There's only facts and there's fiction. And 35 years of doing this, it becomes more clear with every fast for me. You know, you're pretty much a newbie at fasting, and you're connected with all different types of marketing and so on and so forth, and you have a different belief system. And so does everybody else. Every single man, woman, child will have a different belief system because of the environments. The environments create outcome, dictate outcome. And exactly, that's my delete button, that command. Oh, okay, that's what you're saying. All right. So yeah, you know, everybody's going to go through different experiences, similar things. Master Fast, we're all going to go through very similar things because we've guided tens of thousands of people coming through Master Fast in 9.5+ years, and so many similarities. And then there's the individual stuff that's tied to emotion. Yeah, but it's all beautiful. Embrace, jump for joy when we see these massive healing reactions coming forth. Embrace and jump for joy. Sometimes won't be fun. Drain all of energy. Be burnt out, tired. Nose running, eyes, ears, running to the bathroom. All part of the change towards balance. But anyway, any last questions before we sign off? Try to keep them under 40 minutes. Great, thank you guys for joining us. It's excellent interaction. Our first new Friday morning live. So it's a much better time for ourselves, and because we all have lives, and get up, get early in the morning, get this over with, and connect with people who are living and loving it. Hey, hi Lane, thank you. Renato, love you too. Let's keep that plasma love always flowing. This is a fasting realm. The MFS is the fasting realm, and the glorified dry fasting realm. Let me make it more exact. And that's what we're all about. Putting a smile on people's faces. When I hear people have been bedridden 10, 15, 20 years and then they're working again. Awesome feeling. So thank you again. See you back on the page. We'll see if I can get the Zoom thing straightened out. And ciao for now.